And to you, happy day, good New Year.
Thank you. I had a telephone call recently from a girl I met briefly about 12, 14, 13 years ago.
All right.
And she went to a great deal of trouble to get my number and to locate and telephone.
Yes.
And I am not sure what the purpose is.
So?
And I felt it was a cry for help.
All right, and so?
So
Can you be of assistance?
That's what I'm wondering.
Wondering?
Yes, I thought I don't quite understand what it is she wants.
Well, have you discussed it?
Yes.
Nothing comes out that you can term a specific idea?
Things came out that I would have thought would have been a great problem to her. She's been not out of the house for 5 years, and she expresses a great deal of fear.
All right. Perhaps some of the greatest assistance you can perhaps give to this individual is a lack of ambiguity. Be firm about the things that represent to you your point of view about the lifestyle you prefer, what makes you happy, the things that you prefer to do. Simply act as a mirror, as a reflection for ideas that the other individual could incorporate into her life if she chooses to. Doesn't mean she has to. But if someone reaches out to you, then they are reaching out to who you are. So be fully who you are. It doesn't even mean that you have to, quote unquote, specifically help them in any particular way. There does not have to be a particular methodology that you should be good at just because they found you. Being yourself is the methodology that is required to help them best. So when someone is looking for an answer from you, the only real answer you can give them is simply who you are. You can suggest, well, if what you say is happening to you were happening to me, this is what I think it would represent. This is what I would choose to do about it. This is how I would choose to transform it. But that's me. Now, you are you. You can tell this person. And if I have been of some assistance in illuminating who you are by telling you who I am and what I would do, then I am very happy to have been of help. But I can only be of help by being who I am. I cannot be you. So I will assume that whether it appears apparent on the surface yet or not, who I am, because you found me and we found each other, somehow does make a difference in who you will now consider yourself to be from this moment forward, and that will have given you whatever it is you needed, even if I don't know what it is you needed.
I see.
Understand? You don't have to have conscious analytical awareness of exactly what a person needs in order to help them in the way they need to be helped. Just by being who you are in interaction with them will be what they need.
Just let it flow however it flows.
Yes. As long as you know you are being loving, using your integrity, and simply suggesting to them options and points of view. Not saying you ought to do this and you better do that, but simply that this is who you are. This is what you would do. This is what would allow you to feel complete within yourself, integral within yourself, if you were in their, as you say, shoes. And then allow them to extract from what you have shared with them what they need out of it. For you cannot tell them what they need. Only they can tell themselves what they need out of what they got from you.
I see. She might not even know herself.
She may not know herself at this point.
I couldn't seem to extract or find out exactly what it was.
You do not necessarily need to. Just be the fullest you can be, and that individual will get what they need out of having contacted you.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much for being so helpful. Sharing.
Good evening, Bashar.
And good day and good New Year to you.
Same to you and yours.
Thank you.
And everyone here. I'm here visiting California with a very dear friend, and my husband and I are here. and also thinking of relocating
All right.
to physical conditions that he has.
Oh, all
However,
right.
I'm very nervous about it because I hear about all the earthquakes in California.
Shaky
And
situation.
Very. And it concerns me a great deal because he likes it here and I love it.
May I ask you a personal question?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. When you feel within yourself the idea that you really, really fit, that you really belong, that you really like it where you are, that you're really drawn and really attracted to a particular location, don't you assume that there's probably a good reason for that?
Oh, yes.
Then why not simply trust that whatever that reason is fits into the understanding of your positive growth potential rather than the idea of forming an interruption or a destructive idea in your life?
That makes sense.
It's again a matter of where you place your trust.
But what about all the predictions that between February and April,
Yes.
California's going to go into the ocean?
Will you answer another question for me?
Yes.
How many of those predictions have there been?
Many.
And how many have happened?
None.
Thank you. Now, this does not mean that an occurrence cannot come to pass, but recognize once again the idea, the issue of vibration. First of all, we do not perceive that what you call your California area is going to wind up in the ocean. There may be some release of energy in what you might call tremor fashion, but it does not even have to be as large as many of you think. It can be released in many ways. Remember that your energy, your consciousness, is reflected in the physical reality in which you exist. And if individuals need to be shaken awake, they will be. But if they wake up first, they don't have to be. The idea is that the energy can be translated or transformed in other ways. But also, even if an area does have the collective energy that says it is going to experience that type of physiological manifestation, if you are not of that vibration, then you will not experience it in a negative way, because it simply doesn't fit in your life in a negative way. So if you are attracted and are drawn to a particular area, and you hear all these things that seem to be negative ideas about the area, assume that it is an opportunity for you to weigh and balance the definitions you have within yourself and decide which you are going to trust more, the voice within yourself or the voices outside you. Which is more truly representative of the reality you will personally experience regardless of what anyone else around you experiences. For remember, anyone who is not of the vibration of a particular idea cannot experience that reality, even if they are standing in the midst of it. It may happen all around them, but nothing will touch them in a negative way. If it is going to happen in a negative way for an area, and an individual does not belong there, then circumstances in your life will automatically, effortlessly arrange themselves to take you out of the area, whether you plan to be out or not. So once again, you don't have to worry about it. In fact, paradoxically, it is the worry and the fear and the concern that would be more likely to attract you into the negative manifestation, because that's the negative vibration, fear and worry. And that adheres you to negative manifestations of consciousness. If you simply take all this information, as you say, with a grain of salt, and you simply say, well, all right, obviously I'm being given an opportunity to examine, to explore something here. What do I really believe when it comes down to assessing all the information, as you say, all the data that I am getting? What do I really believe? Well, there must be a reason for the attraction. I trust, I know I am moving in positive directions that are always expanding in exactly the way I need to expand. And that I would not have an attraction to a particular area if it did not serve me in a positive way. You can trust that. You can go off of that. And then everything else will arrange itself. All the details will fall into place automatically. And if you simply know you do not need to experience the negative side of such a manifestation, it won't be there. Even if you experience it, quote unquote, you will experience it from the level, from the frequency, from the point of view that is